Hey everyone. Welcome back to Fluent Vibe Podcast, the place where psychology, emotions, and self-growth become honest conversations. I'm Riya, and tonight's episode is for every person who understands English perfectly inside their mind, but suddenly freezes while speaking.
Hey everyone, Ethan here. And honestly, this experience is emotionally frustrating in a way many people never fully understand.
Because people often say things like, you already know English, so why can't you speak confidently?
And hearing that sometimes feels painful internally because you know the words, you understand movies, you understand podcasts.
But when real conversations begin, the brain suddenly feels blank.
And the simple words disappear, thoughts become messy, and confidence completely collapses.
And afterward, people replay the conversation again and again mentally.
Thinking, why couldn't I speak normally?
But tonight, we're going deeper than grammar and vocabulary, because this problem is not only about language learning.
It's psychological too.
So tonight, we'll talk honestly about why the brain understands English internally, but struggles speaking externally.
No fake motivation, no robotic language advice. Real emotions, real psychology, real struggles.
So relax. Deep, slow breath. Put your headphones on, take one slow breath with us, and let's begin together.
First, let's understand something important psychologically. Understanding a language and speaking a language are completely different brain activities.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Listening is passive processing. Speaking is active production.
When listening, the brain simply recognizes meaning.
But during speaking, the brain must quickly create sentences in real time.
And that process becomes much harder under emotional pressure.
Especially for introverts, overthinkers, and socially anxious people.
Because the brain isn't only handling English during conversations, it's also handling fear.
Fear of embarrassment, fear of judgment, fear of sounding stupid.
And honestly, those fears can block speech surprisingly fast.
That's why some people speak English perfectly alone, but freeze completely around others.
Because emotionally, being observed changes everything psychologically.
The brain suddenly becomes hyper-aware internally.
How do I sound? Was that grammar correct? Did I pronounce that wrong?
Meanwhile, the conversation is still moving forward quickly.
That creates mental overload.
The brain becomes trapped between communication and self-monitoring.
And natural speaking flow disappears.
Another huge reason this happens is mental translation.
Many learners first think in their native language, then translate into English mentally.
That process slows response speed dramatically.
Especially during fast conversations.
While others keep talking naturally, your brain is still translating internally.
And suddenly panic appears because the conversation already moved ahead.
That panic blocks memory retrieval temporarily.
Which is why even simple words disappear sometimes.
Honestly, anxiety can make intelligent people forget vocabulary they already know perfectly.
Because nervous systems affect communication deeply.
When anxiety rises, the brain enters survival mode psychologically.
The body reacts physically too. Fast heartbeat, dry throat, shaky hands, sweaty hands.
And socially anxious people become extremely aware of those symptoms internally.
Then they panic about sounding nervous, which creates even more anxiety.
It becomes a cycle. Fear creates pressure. Pressure affects speaking. Speaking difficulties create more fear.
Another hidden reason people understand English but struggle speaking is perfectionism.
Honestly, perfectionism destroys confidence faster than mistakes do.
Many learners secretly believe they must sound perfect before speaking confidently.
Perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation, perfect fluency.
But real conversations are naturally imperfect. People pause constantly, forget words, correct themselves.
Even native speakers do that daily.
But an anxious mind treats mistakes like emotional danger.
And emotionally, danger creates freezing responses naturally.
Another deeply important thing is childhood experiences.
Many people were embarrassed publicly while learning English earlier in life.
Teachers correcting harshly, friends laughing, classmates mocking pronunciation.
The brain remembers emotional humiliation deeply.
And later, the nervous system tries to protect itself from future embarrassment.
That protection often becomes silence.
Another hidden truth is comparison.
Social media makes fluent English look effortless sometimes.
But nobody shows awkward beginnings online, honestly.
Every fluent speaker once struggled too,
Probably very awkwardly.
but people usually only see the final confident version later.
Another reason speaking feels difficult is emotional self-consciousness.
Many people feel deeply exposed while speaking another language.
Like every mistake reveals weakness publicly.
But honestly, most people are not judging your English as harshly as you think.
Honestly, everyone is usually too busy worrying about themselves.
Another important thing is this. Fluency is not only knowledge, it's comfort.
A person can know thousands of English words, but still feel emotionally uncomfortable using them socially.
That's why confidence matters psychologically.
And confidence doesn't magically appear before speaking.
Confidence grows after repeated speaking experiences instead.
One conversation at a time.
Even awkward conversations help the nervous system adapt slowly.
Because every speaking experience teaches the brain something important.
This situation is survivable.
And eventually, the fear becomes smaller psychologically.
Another powerful habit is thinking directly in English slowly.
Simple thoughts matter deeply.
I'm tired. This feels peaceful. I need water. Tiny thoughts slowly train the brain naturally.
And honestly, introverts often become very good at internal English practice because they spend lots of time inside their thoughts already.
Another helpful thing is speaking alone sometimes.
Describe your day aloud. Talk to yourself in English. Explain random thoughts.
It may feel strange initially, but it trains active language production naturally.
Another hidden truth is people care more about emotional connection than perfect grammar.
Warmth matters. Confidence matters. Presence matters.
And honestly, emotionally genuine communication feels more powerful than robotic perfection.
Another important thing people forget is that fluency is also emotional adaptation.
The brain slowly becomes familiar with English through repeated exposure.
And familiarity reduces fear psychologically.
That's why consistency matters more than intensity sometimes.
Even small daily practice changes the brain gradually.
Another hidden truth is this: you do not need to sound extroverted to sound fluent.
Seriously, calm people can sound fluent too. Quiet people can communicate beautifully too.
Soft-spoken people can still sound fluent beautifully.
Quiet confidence exists too.
And honestly, quiet confidence feels peaceful.
Another thing many learners forget is celebrating small progress.
One better sentence matters. One less fearful conversation matters. One brave moment matters.
Growth is usually invisible while it's happening slowly.
But eventually, one day, you suddenly realize conversations feel easier than before.
Words arrive faster. Fear becomes smaller. The mind relaxes more naturally.
And maybe the most beautiful part is this: you won't even notice the exact moment confidence begins growing.
Because healing often happens quietly.
Slowly, gently, one experience at a time.
Another important truth is this: you are allowed to learn slowly.
Modern internet culture pressures people to improve instantly.
But real growth rarely happens instantly psychologically.
The brain learns through repetition, familiarity, and emotional safety.
Not self-hatred.
And honestly, many learners are far too cruel towards themselves internally.
They speak to themselves in ways they would never speak to another human being.
That inner criticism creates emotional tension constantly.
But self-compassion improves learning far more than shame does.
Because emotionally safe minds learn better.
And maybe tonight, someone listening needs permission to stop hating themselves for struggling.
Struggling does not make you incapable.
It makes you human.
Another beautiful thing about language learning is this: every language slowly gives people another version of themselves emotionally.
At first, that version feels unfamiliar and awkward.
Like wearing clothes that don't feel comfortably yet.
But over time, the language slowly becomes emotionally natural.
The brain adapts, the fear softens, the voice relaxes.
And eventually, English stops feeling like performance. It starts feeling like expression.
And honestly, that transformation feels beautiful psychologically because suddenly you stop translating your personality through fear.
You simply communicate naturally.
And maybe that's what fluency truly is. Not perfection, not fast speaking, not sounding robotic.
But emotionally free enough to express yourself honestly.
So if your brain understands English but still struggles speaking sometimes, please remember this carefully tonight.
You are learning something vulnerable. And vulnerability naturally feels uncomfortable sometimes.
But uncomfortable does not mean impossible.
One day your voice will be steadier. One day conversations will stop feeling terrifying.
One day your thoughts will flow more naturally without panic interrupting them constantly.
And honestly, that future version of you already exists, slowly forming inside the present version of you.
Growing quietly, learning quietly, healing quietly.
One brave conversation at a time.
Thank you for spending this peaceful night with us. This was Fluent Vibe Podcast. I'm Riya.
And I'm Ethan.
Keep growing.